Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another StarCraft 2 cast with me, the Strict StarCraft. And once again we have a game from reddit.com/r/casted, this time in Platinum League, I think. And we have a PvP coming up as well. So spawning up here in the top left as our red Protoss player, it is AUEX. AUEX. I don't know. And in the bottom right, as our blue Protoss player, it's Yourit. Just simple Yourit. I mean, Yourit, basically. So, it is going to be a PvP, and PvP has changed so drastically with Legacy of the Void. It's insane. It's all about the Stalkers and the Disruptors now. You need Stalkers, first of all, to avoid the Disruptor bolts. And then you need Disruptors to shoot Disruptor bolts at your opponent. So you need good blink control and good Disruptor control nowadays. Now, I don't know if this is what the meta looks like in Platinum League, but it could definitely be. It's a very strong composition, Stalker Disruptor, because I tried like Charge Load Immortal, which was kind of standard in Heart of the Swarm, and I got crushed by a blink Disruptor player. Because with Charge Load Immortal, there was no way for me to avoid these Disruptor shots. And the Stalker count was just so high, there was nothing I could do, basically. So I just lost that game. And from there on out, I've always played with Stalkers and Disruptors in PvP. But anyway, our red Protoss player here to the top left has decided to go for an expansion. And so has our Protoss player in the bottom right. So they're both expanding right now, looking very similar in terms of builds. There isn't really a whole lot to comment on right now. But yeah, I'm curious if we're going to see those unit compositions, Stalker Disruptor, or if they're gonna try something with the new carrier, perhaps. I mean, the carrier is pretty sick now in Legacy of the Void. I tried it yesterday in a mech game. I don't know what to do against mech as Protoss. Like, Immortals worked really well in Heart of the Swarm with charge lots, basically. Ooh, no warp gate, by the way. There we go. But I don't think Immortals are gonna work that well now that Liberators are in the game. So I went for carriers, but the thing is, Liberators just completely crushed all my interceptors. I had no interceptors left, and as we all know, carriers kind of need interceptors to fight. So that didn't quite pan out. But we have an adept opener coming out from our red Protoss player, AUEX. And just scouting out his base, looking for some proxies or anything. Not gonna find anything. That's a really nice addition to like scout about slightly, because he himself has hidden a probe here. He knows that his opponent may possibly have done so as well. So he's like, okay, gotta check. It's worth it to do it. I mean, it doesn't take that long, and if you're not going to be aggressive anyway, which it looks like he does not want to, and it's not an investment really at all to just scout out your main base. There's a probe moving out for Yourit, and he is planting down a pylon here at the gold base as well. I'm not too sure on this positioning. It's kind of out in the open. I would like to see it perhaps over here instead. It's a bit more difficult to spot, as this may very well get spotted very, very soon. So I would not recommend him jumping down any tech at all. And there we go, it's already been spotted, so not the best position in the world. Now our red Protoss player, his warp gate is about to finish up, and he's hitting a nice timing here with a couple of warp gates. That's a warp prism coming in right now, and there's a pylon as well, of course, from this probe in the main base. So our red Protoss can be aggressive very quickly. What has Yourit got as far as army goes? Well, he's got a ton of warp gates as well. So this could turn out fantastic here in the at the start of the game. We can have a really cool fight coming up. Of course, Yourit is going to have a pylon overcharge available to him. Now, 2 adepts are already moving in here, and nothing is here from Yourit. Oh, but they're backing out for some reason. Perhaps they don't want to reveal what's going on. But Yourit, on the back of this, is warping in 6 Stalkers at his opponent's base. So this could be interesting for sure. We have the pylon, of course, still up in the main base of Yourit, and now our red Protoss he's like, what the hell? Okay, if you've got these Stalkers over here, then I gotta make sure something is done about it. So he recalls the Mudship Core and then pylon overcharges while keeping the Adepts still here. The Adepts can move in and be aggressive since there's no pylon covering this mineral line, so they can move in and start cleaning up probes. Manship Core is still here with a bit of energy left. He's got 2 overcharges on that one, I think. So yeah, a bit more energy left on that Manship Core for 2 overcharges. But there we go, the Adepts are now moving in as well, and as I said, there's nothing here to defend this except for the Manship Core. She doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. Now a lot of Stalkers and Zealots are just moving up into the main base, and our Red Protoss has nothing in the main base to defend, but one Stalker does get caught off. Nice pickup here from AUEX. And now with the pylon in the main base, a few units have been warped in as well. The natural has been cleaned up, but the main base of both players are getting ravaged right now. Production, as you can see, nothing is being produced at all. Full focus on this. Pylon overcharge goes off, really nice for tanking a ton of damage and dealing some as well. Attacking with the probes, trying to save the pylons, but it's all going to get cleaned up in the end. And the important question is who actually came out on top in this. The main base is still getting attacked here by our Red Protoss. And yeah, moving down into the natural, not the best choice in the world. It's gonna die immediately. But okay, who's ahead? Harvest count is 23 to 25, so really even right now. The only difference is the armor supply, basically, which our Red Protoss player has got going for him. So the pylon is still here. He can warp in. It has not been spotted by Yourit, so that is kind of cool. He can definitely use that later. Going to use the Warp Prism as well. And he knows that he needs to get further ahead in the income if he wants a big lead in this game. He's gonna start cleaning up probes left and right. Pylon overcharge goes off. Just run and hide over here. Nope, both the Adepts are going down. They did kill a few workers, so income tab is now 20 to 31 in the harvest account. So Red Protoss has managed to get himself a slightly larger lead now. He's also starting to tech up, going into a Twilight Council, starting Immortal production. While Yourit, he's doing the same thing. But as I said, he is far behind in the economy, and that's going to hurt him badly in a mirror matchup. As we see in the supply, it's 68 to 41, so not only is it far behind in the income and the work supply, is also far behind in the army supply. Nothing is really going in his favor. He does finally find this pylon though, so he cleans that one up. I don't think using the Warp Prism to warp in over here was a good choice, because he basically triggered Yourit to go over there and look for stuff, so could have instead used the Warp Prism over here or something. But anyway, not a huge deal. A Dark Shrine. When behind the Dark Shrine, that is the motto of all Protoss player. So he's going to go for that Dark Shrine right now, and our Red Protoss player is still continuing to just macro up basically. Not really building a whole lot, getting a forge for those upgrades, starting Blink here, and it's taking it real slow. I would like to see him move out, but of course I don't think he knows that he is that far ahead in armor supply and has been for a long time, so he's just chilling out. But the thing is, he's giving Yourit a lot of time. I'm not too sure if he knew that he was ahead in the economy, but Yourit is given a lot of time to get back into it. As you can see, harvest count is now 38 to 37, so it's basically even from now. Third base coming up though from our Red Protoss. I really like this decision, because you need to stay ahead in those mirror matchups in the economy. So going to drop down that Nexus as he moves out, so expand on the back of an attack. Really nice basic StarCraft play here. While Yourit is on the move command, that's not really nice basic StarCraft play. He's going to get caught out here, and he lost a lot of units in that. The thing is, yeah, okay, I was super confused there for a second. The thing is though, he can start warping in DTs, and there is no observer here for our Protoss, for our Red Protoss, so this yeah, this could turn out pretty bad for him. He's just gonna move in here. Fortunately, or hopefully rather, he's gonna see the DTs, but no guarantee, of course. They may just start dealing a ton of damage without him realizing it. And this is your its observer, by the way. This is not our Red Protoss player's observer. So this is what he sees, and he's gonna start taking a lot of damage here. He must realize that there are a lot of DTs here, because his army is falling very quickly. Oh my god, army supply is dropping so fast for him here, and yeah, he's basically got nothing left. Recall, good choice, I think, trying to save what is left, but he took a lot of damage there. All he needs to do now is get up an observer and go again, getting 4 more gateways in, and could try to resaturate the gold base on the back of this. Right now, DT's moving in, and the cannons are not ready yet. Observer is going to be out on time. but these can split up if they want to, and that's what they're going to do. They're gonna split up, and that is so effective. The observer is out though. Did he see the ones going into the main? DT's in the natural, 2 of them left alive, and he isn't really cleaning up anything right now. With only the 1 observer, our Red Protoss player is kind of freaking out. Cannon is going to finish it right here, so providing detection to clean up these DTs, but the one in the main base still going ham. Up to 8 kills now, 9, 10, 11. So 11 probes falling to the main base DT, and in total, what, he killed 40 workers in this game? Oh god. Okay, who is ahead in income now? It's not our Red Protoss player. So fortunately he is ahead on 1 base, so he can produce a lot of probes very, very quickly, and mine a lot still, since he's got that gold base up and running. At least up, not quite running. But yeah, really nice comeback really for Yourit, taking a great lead after cleaning up all of those workers, and now he can build Archons as well. Archons are pretty damn good against everything basically. They just kill clumped up units. Biological units such as these Zealots take a lot of damage from them, so really effective units, and he basically didn't invest that much into these Dark Templars, since he was probably gonna get Archons eventually anyway. But now we're looking at the standard PvP composition that I mentioned earlier. Disruptor, Stalker. Blink is done for our Red Protoss player, as we can see here. So he's just gonna build the Disruptors right now. And they're pretty good against these melee units that don't really have a lot of mobility. These Stalkers don't have Blink, so they can't really evade and dodge those shots very easily. Now Yourit is still ahead in the supply now, but he's moving into a pylon overcharge, which deals a lot of damage. Multiple pylon overcharges here. He's gonna clean this one up. I don't see Yourit breaking through here. His Archons are still alive, but they've lost basically all their shields, and they don't have any HP other than the shields basically. They have 10 HP. He is still alive and kicking though, but a couple of reinforcement warpins from our Red Protoss should be able to clean this one up. This Disruptor is done. I want to see him use it now. Just send it. Send it. Yes. 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 And that's what Disruptors can do to you. Oh no, he's attacking the debris. No. Okay, there we go. Finally starting attacking the Immortal again, but not quite cleaned up just yet. The Immortal is still alive and kicking, and more units are being warped in here. Another Disruptor needs to be started, I think. Just constantly produce stuff from your Robo. That's basically the way to play every single Protoss matchup if you have a Robo. Just continue to produce stuff constantly from it. But now it looks like Yourit may actually be able to get some more damage down here. There are a lot of pylons. Is there any energy available? Yes, 30 energy, so enough for 1 more photon overcharge on those pylons. Another defensive warping from our Red Protoss. A lot of adepts coming in, but these Zealots are going to town on the mineral line at the same time. Work skilled up to 47 right now, but the Stalkers do eventually die. Income tab, 34 harvesters to 22. He's not that far behind because he's got his gold base, but that's really the only thing keeping him in this game right now. Still, start a Disruptor, man. They're so cost effective. They're definitely worth it. Zealot's still alive. Oh my god. He's up to 7 kills now. Is going into the main base, but there are no probes to kill there because they all died to the High Templar earlier. So there you go. But now Yourit, he's gonna expand right now, I think, but it's a bit late. I would really have liked to see that as he moved out. He would have been able to saturate it on the back of that attack. Because he's starting to mine out. Only like a couple of mineral fields left here at the natural. His main base is looking pretty grim as well. Like 10 minerals remaining on that one. 100 on that one. 95. So not a whole lot of minerals left here from Yourit. And this may be our Red Protoss players way back into the game. Since Yourit has kind of messed up his economy slightly. We can see that Red Protoss player AUEX is starting to pull ahead in the income right now. Even though he's behind in the harvest count, he's just got 3 bases, so he can still mine a lot more effectively than his opponent can. But Yourit is still getting that 3rd base up, as I said. So if he can saturate that very quickly, it's still a gold base, so we can mine a whole lot from it very, very quickly. More Adepts, Stalkers, and Disruptors coming in. I really like the composition from our Red Protoss. Not quite a fan of this mass Archon style. Archons are pretty good, as I said earlier, but you don't want to mass them up like this, put them in a clump together. They need to get, of course, very close to your opponent's units, and with Blink Stalkers you can easily dodge a lot of incoming damage from the Stalkers, or from the Archons rather. So you can kite and blink. Nope, not gonna blink. But just now, only now, is the Robo Base starting for Yourit, which means that his disruptors are going to be very, very late to the party. Because the first, is that the first? Wait, no, there are 2 disruptors. 2 disruptors are out right now for our red Protoss. So how much damage do they actually deal? 145 splash damage and an additional 55 shield damage. Okay, so that's 200 against Protoss units. That's enough to kill Zealots. It's enough, not enough to kill Archons. No, Archons are tanky, bro. Is it enough to kill? Looking for a unit that I can check. Dark Templars, yes sir. 120 only. Stalkers, yes, they one-shot Stalkers as well. They one-shot Sentries. They one-shot Adepts. So Disruptors are pretty damn good. Just wanted to point that out. Now Colossi are being produced from Yourit. I don't know about this. It's going for this old Heart of the Swarm composition, and as I explained earlier, Heart of the Swarm compositions don't quite work in PvP in Legacy of the Void. No. Now our red Protoss is up to 4 bases with this 4th Nexus established. So income right now is pretty even. Since our blue Protoss is up and running with this gold base, he is mining pretty damn well still. But both players are just chilling out right now, and it's very, very even. The funny thing is, both of them basically, they got forges really early, but then forgot about the upgrades, just because they've been fighting such an intense game, I think. They just forgot about building stuff. There isn't actually a forge from Yourit, is there? No, there isn't. So only our red Protoss got those forges really early, or that single forge at least. Who's gonna have +1/+1 when this engagement hits, I think. Yourit is moving out right now, and so is our red Protoss. This could be a pretty cool fight here in the middle of the map. A lot of Adepts still needs to use the Disruptors. The Archons clump up so much with the Zealots in the back. That was kind of a whiff. Oh my god, dealing a lot of friendly fire. That was not intentional at all. At least I don't hope so, unless it's like suicidal. That was just poor control, I think, but of course, you can get 2 more shots off very, very soon. Moving in once more is our red Protoss. Needs to use Photon Overcharge and the Disruptors. Here we go, they're gonna fire. Yes, there we go, a couple of bolts going off. Cleaning up a lot of the Zealots, but not really getting those huge money shots he probably was looking for. Yourit now going up to the 4th base, but a huge Stalker warping from our red Protoss player. A lot of splash damage on these Stalkers though from the Archons and the Colossi. On the back of this, an Adept push in here at the 3rd is cleaning up a lot of probes. So Yourit is dropping quickly in supply down to 65 right now. This is basically all he has got, and it's all going to die. Disruptor is shooting once more, gonna clean up the final Colossus, and the 4th base stays alive. And there we go, now we can start producing stuff again. Immortal, War Prism, Warp in. And our red Protoss is moving out. He wants to be aggressive with this War Prism, I guess, but it's kind of late to the party as well. He doesn't have any forward pylons up, but he shouldn't need them really. He is that far ahead in the supply right now. Armor supply is 59 to 23, and here you can really see the power of a unit composition. They were even in armor supply before that engagement took place. But a few upgrades and a nicer composition really gave our red Protoss the victory here. He's moving in on the 3rd base, and Disruptor shots coming off once more. They basically dealt more friendly damage than enemy damage in this game. But there we go. GG is called, and our AUEX takes the win. So I hope you all enjoyed the cast, and keep submitting games to cast it on Reddit. They're a lot of fun. So hope you all enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.